Hi friends, today I'm here to discuss with you a very simple strategy to write an IELTS discussion essay. I have tried to make the strategy as simple as possible so that you are able to grasp the central concepts as soon as possible. So the topic which I have picked up for this tutorial is a bit abstract, and I picked it up from internet. It was a recent IELTS question. Many countries consider 18-year-olds to be adults while other countries don't. Discuss both views and give your opinion. Okay, as you may see in many of my videos, I always say that the first step is to make a mind map. That will take 5 to 7 minutes of your time. So this is how your mind map should look like. 18-year-olds as adults. This is the main idea. Countries that consider and countries that don't consider. See, there is a big reason that I have chosen this topic because it is very confusing. I have seen students writing essays and giving the advantages and disadvantages of the consideration of 18-year-olds as adults, which will actually reduce the task response spans. The question, you have to at least read the question thrice to understand what is it asking. Many countries consider 18-year-old to be adults while other countries don't. They say that some countries consider them to be adults and other countries do not consider them to be adults. We have to discuss both the views, that why this happens. We do not have to say that what happens if they are considered adults, as I have seen in most of the essays. So please try to understand that what the question is about and then make a plan. So our plan is 18-year-olds as adults, countries that consider and countries that do not consider. Now, the question we have to ask ourselves is why? Why do some countries consider? What I feel that those countries, they feel that the people at this age group have experience enough to differentiate between right and wrong, and they have a very developed decision making capability. And an example which came to my mind while my planning process was that they can choose their further course of study themselves, and everybody nowadays, they choose their further higher education arena themselves. So these are the points which came to my mind when I thought about that why do some countries consider them as adults. Now, talking about the countries who do not consider them as adults. Why? Because their maturity level is low, so it may lead to hasty decision making. For example, decisions related to marriage, investing money. They sometimes get addicted to drugs or smoking, so they do not know what is good or bad for them. So these are the reasons that came to my mind in those 5 to 7 minutes. Now, coming to the essay writing, that how you should write an essay. See, while you are practicing for IELTS essay, while your exam is after a few days or few weeks, you should practice it in such a manner. Make a table. You write the part of essay like introduction, body paragraph 1, then you write the sentence, and then grammar and vocabulary. So this way you will be able to check your essay yourself. You need not to show it to anybody. But yes, if your basic English is incorrect, then you have to show it to some good IELTS teacher. Now, in the introduction, the first part we always know is the paraphrase of the question statement. So the paraphrase which I have done is, I have said that 18-year-olds are considered to be adults by few nations, whereas others disagree with this notion. Well guys, this is a passive voice. This was an error on my part, I think. It is not an active voice. And yes, let me tell you, to use a passive voice is considered very good. It seems as if you have a very nice knowledge and an advanced knowledge about English grammar if you use passive voice, gerunds, complex sentences. I'll come to that in my later videos. 18-year-olds are considered to be adults by few nations, whereas this is a linking device, whereas others disagree with this notion. So this is passive voice and compound sentence. So when you do this grammatical division, it will actually show you along with that whether you will score good on the GRA part or not. So what I have done here is I have colored the words which are to be repeated again and again, so that I must tell you that where you should use synonyms and where you can do some repetition. 18-year-olds, I have colored them purple. So see, I have used people of this age group. So these are I'm referring to these 18-year-olds only. So I have colored them purple. Consider is colored red. Nations I've highlighted yellow. Notion is an idea, is a view. I have colored blue. So this way you'll able to know that what all repetition I'm doing or what all synonyms I'm using. So I assume that the paraphrase is understood here. Now, thesis statement. Thesis statement is your own opinion as well as what is the reader expecting in your essay. However, I believe that people of this age group are well mature and have fully functional decision-making capability to be deemed as adults, so this idea is completely acceptable. See, in the thesis statement, I have to give my view plus the reason for my view. So, I believe that people of this age group are well mature, my first point, and have fully functional decision-making capability. My second point, to be deemed. Deemed, the red color was for consider or considered. So, I use the synonym deemed as adults, so this idea is completely acceptable. This is my view. This is my complex sentence and it is in active voice. Coming to body paragraph 1. Topic sentence, which we call overarching statement. On one hand, many countries look upon, this is again another synonym of consider, these adolescents as mature individuals, and I agree. Topic sentence or overarching statement of a body paragraph is the crux of the whole paragraph. It should tell the reader that what is he expecting in your paragraph. Many countries look upon these adolescents, purple I have used for 18-year-olds, as mature individuals, and I agree. This is active compound. Okay, so this is a simple this is a obviously compound sentence which I have made, and I have told the reader that I'm going to talk about the countries which look upon these adolescents as mature individuals. Now, the first supporting argument with explanation. See, this first supporting argument, this may be completed in a, you see, it's not necessary to use 2 or 3 sentences in order to explain one of your opinion. It's not necessary. You just write your argument, make it into a complex sentence, and you are done with the explanation part also, because we have to give 2 supporting arguments for our own viewpoint, which we are supporting. Firstly, teenagers at this age, again this is a synonym for 18-year-olds, at this age had already interacted enough with the world during their study years, and thus this is a linker. I have underlined the linkers. Thus, on the basis of their experience, are able to differentiate between right and wrong. So, this is how I have led to a simple conclusion that yes, they could easily differentiate between right and wrong, because 18 years of interaction with the world is enough. So this, on the basis of their experience, they are able to differentiate between right and wrong. Now, second supporting argument with explanation. Secondly, after firstly, they have fully developed ability to make unaided choices for their own life. This is a synonym I have used for independent decisions. Since I have to use independent decisions again and again, I have to use it at 2 or 3 places. So I have just inserted this synonym, unaided choices. Example, For instance, teenagers at this point of time choose the field of their further education themselves, proving their capability in independent decision making. See the linking here, unaided for independent and choices for decision. I hope I'm clear here. Now the summary statement. Hence, see, we have proved our point, so we have to summarize the whole paragraph. Hence, on these grounds, adult status is awarded to 18-year-olds by some countries. This is a passive voice and simple sentence. This you can do after you complete your essay, so that you are able to see the grammatical structure of your essay. Coming to body paragraph 2, the overarching statement is, on the other hand, few nations are reluctant to offer them adults' rights. Countries, nations, these are the two words which I felt are the only ones which could be used in this essay. There were other synonyms like political territories, which did not look good here to be inserted here, so I used these two. On the other hand, few nations are reluctant, means they avoid, they do not like to offer them adult status. Why? My argument is, according to them, see, this is not my viewpoint, so I'm saying according to them, the maturity level of the adolescents is not developed enough, that leads to taking life decisions hastily. In other words, I'm explaining it, life-changing decisions such as marriage, investing money, addictions, etc. can't be wisely taken at this tender age when rational thinking is overcome by sentiments and impulse of the moment. Summary statement, therefore, few countries are of the view that at such a younger age, rights of mature persons should not be awarded to the youngsters. I am explaining it in lesser words and lesser sentences because this is not my viewpoint, but yes, I have to explain it. I have to discuss both the views, so I am discussing this as well equally. Conclusion. The concluding phrase should be in conclusion or to conclude. Try not to use any other like to recapitulate or to sum up. So these two are better. You may use any one of these. Paraphrase of the thesis statement is the part of conclusion. Although some countries may not regard for consider, synonym for consider, 18-year-olds as adults. I have repeated 18-year-olds because it was used in my introduction, that was far above. So I used it here in the conclusion. As adults, due to their immature thought process, I believe their experience and independent decision-making ability makes them suitable for consideration as an adult. I mentioned the two reasons which I have explained above and my own view, and then I completed my conclusion. Well, for this article, I will put up this article on my website, that is IELTS IELTSAID.com. It is under construction. I am right now uploading only the checked essays there. I will very soon upload this article also and share the link here so that you can have the complete access to this article. I hope it is helpful for you. Just let me know in the comments section if you are satisfied with this. I will love to make such more tutorials to help you get a band 7 or more. I hope it was helpful. Thank you so much.